So you're thinking of making a move to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Taylor Farms has caught your attention. Well, this one I don't blame you for because it is one of the most desirable up-and-coming communities just minutes outside of Winnipeg or minutes outside of the perimeter. And this could definitely be an amazing option for you. Right now, we're actually just walking down one of the sidewalks here on Taylor. And as you can tell, we got some of the traffic going here. We're actually just outside of Taylor. So this is really, really cool, but I wanted to show you one of my favorite spots, one of the most appealing things about Taylor, and one of the reasons you might actually want to explore this. So I want to give you a real life feel for what it feels like to live here, because it's perfect for nature lovers. As you can see, it just feels like I am going into the bush here. You can literally hear the birds chirp in the trees here. So you're thinking of making a move to Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Taylor Farms may have caught your attention. This, I cannot blame you. This is one of the most desirable up-and-coming communities in Winnipeg, or I should say just outside of Winnipeg. We're about 5-ish minutes from the perimeter, from the west perimeter. So we're right close to the city, and yet just far enough to be able just to feel the nature. You can hear the wind rustling through the leaves here. It is so gorgeous. We have walking paths just like so to take you right through Taylor, and it is also backed by the Assiniboine River, which we're going to get into a little bit more later on. And I want to give you a real good feel about what it feels like to live right here in Taylor Farms, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. My name is Joe Friesen, and me and my team, we love helping people just like you make a smooth move to Winnipeg or the surrounding suburbs, just like Taylor Farms here. So our contact information is in the description below, so if you'd like to explore your options here, just send us a message, set up a Zoom call, phone, whatever it might be. So one of the first things you're going to notice about Taylor Farms is just the fact that the lot sizes are substantially bigger than most areas you're going to find, especially when you get compared to Winnipeg and places like that. So they've done a really good job of making the lot size really big and a really good size. And actually the ones that we're walking past right now, they are riverfront lots. So really nice area here altogether. And the lots are substantially bigger than most things in Winnipeg. You're gonna notice that as soon as you take a drive through here, just how much bigger, how much wider, so much more street frontage. A lot of these lots you'll easy find that some are gonna be as big as 100 feet wide, which is just really fantastic, especially when you're living in an area like this where it's just so gorgeous and the homes here are so beautiful. And the landscaping, and you can even just tell behind me that there is still so much landscaping happening. There's still so much of all that good stuff happening, and it's all done professionally. This is not one of those areas where you're going to find any average Joe like myself to be doing their own landscape. This is going to be one of those areas where you have professionally landscaped properties. You're going to have these amazing, beautiful concrete driveways, and it just goes to show. Another huge highlight, one of my personal favorites, is just the amount of big mature trees. They did an amazing job by just keeping the trees integrated into this, and then on top of that they made sure they planted a lot of good trees, a lot of big trees, and it just looks really good. It makes a newer development like this one feel like it's been around forever. They did a very good job integrating nature into this neighborhood, which is just something that's so good to see. And this is something I feel like that has become more and more important to people, whether you're a nature lover or you don't really care whether you're a city buff or a country pumpkin. It really doesn't make a difference. Everybody just loves the nature feel everywhere they go now. So I think that's just super important. And then on top of that, I mean, you saw how they had gravel on the road still, like to do landscaping, and yet there was tons of room to drive past, walk by. It really didn't matter. They got super wide streets here, and their cul-de-sacs are amazing. They're nice and wide. You got all the room in the world, which is just really nice. And they got winding streets, which just keeps the traffic a little bit more slowed down, which is also nice, especially if you have a family that's growing and you want some safety, right? So it's all very much designed with family in mind. It was designed with you in mind, really. So just super nice, super private, and super, super peaceful. Like, this is an area that I would definitely not hesitate to move to myself. And if that hasn't convinced you, maybe this will a little bit more. These homes are almost all of them are custom built. Even the ones that are spec homes, they've just been built by the builder for show homes or whatever it might be. Even those are actually extremely, extremely custom. So a lot of things that you're gonna find here is bungalows, walkouts, which is almost, well, it's one of the harder things to find nowadays, is nice walkout areas. This is definitely one of those areas. They've done a really good job, really good walkouts and 2 stories. And the homes are just so spectacular. They're so aesthetically pleasing. The quality in these homes is just some next level stuff. And the builders that they have here, they're also top notch. Obviously, you're not going to just hire some, Joe to build a home as beautiful as this. But with that comes a bit of a price tag too. So entry level here, it's not really even entry level. You're going to be looking anywhere from $900,000, and that's already going to get you a really, really gorgeous house, or anywhere up to $2 million. Maybe a little bit more yet, depending on how custom you go. So these homes, they are definitely not going to disappoint. And even just looking down that street here, the integration with everything has been done so well. The landscaping, again, been done so well. And yeah, 900 to 2 million. It's going to be just fantastic. You're going to love it here. Love it. I'm serious. So nice. If you're someone who's looking for high-end finishes and lots of space to roam, and a house, really your dream house, just the enormousity, the hugeness of a house that you could build here is just absolutely next level. It's spectacular. It's gorgeous. You're going to just love it. You're gonna love it so much. And some of the builders that they have here, they've got really, really good builders in here. They got Artista Homes is one of them, I know for sure. There's a couple other ones, I can't really think of all of them, but they are really good, high quality builders. Some of the nicest builds that I have seen in Manitoba is definitely in this area, and we've seen a lot of their homes. They're spectacular. They're great. I am missing out on a few other ones. I'm just drawing a blank at the moment, but they are super good. If you're someone who is looking for space, high-end finishes, lots of space, and the connection to nature, this area checks a lot of your boxes, a lot of your boxes. So as far as location goes, we are in a really good location. You are just a little bit west of the perimeter. The perimeter is just out that way, 10 to 15 minutes depending on traffic. And like, I came here, I think it took me about 8-ish, maybe 5-ish minutes. We're gonna say 8-ish minutes because the way I drive, that doesn't really count. So you aren't extremely far away from Winnipeg, and you are still very, very close to a lot of amenities. So just that way, that's actually Trans-Canada Highway. I don't know if you can see that from the camera there, but you got the Trans-Canada Highway over there. There's a Flying J over there, and just over there, there's a brand new Costco coming up too. So that's really sweet, and it's just going to add so much more to this area. So as far as location goes, I think you're in a really good spot. It's a really nice area. I really just enjoy this area. Again, 10 to 15 minutes from Winnipeg, depending on what you need. So you get a bunch of benefits of rural living with the benefits of being so stinking close to Winnipeg. So what does that actually mean? So what are the craziest benefits about living here compared to, let's say, living in Winnipeg? Let's say like living in Tuxedo or something like that. This would be very comparable as far as houses go and such like that, size wise, and maybe a lot size. Lot size is gonna be a little bit smaller in Tuxedo, but this is definitely gonna be one of those areas where you're gonna get a little bit bigger and a little bit more. But property taxes. That's right, I said property taxes. You're gonna have a lot lower property taxes here compared to some areas in Winnipeg where you're gonna find very, very similar houses to this. And also, you're just not gonna get the beauty as you do here and the feel of rural living. And I mean, even just now walking, it's morning, I got crickets cricketing. And it's just super sweet, super nice. And again, one of the biggest benefits is the fact that it is lower property taxes, which just does make your overall living a lot easier and a lot cheaper, right? So is that a benefit for you? Let me know in the comments. Is that a huge thing for you? Does property taxes drive you for where you live? Seriously, just drop it in the comments. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you think about these houses behind me, because I think they are so sweet, so gorgeous, and they did such a good job with these walkouts. And then on top of that, you can see that there's multiple phases coming behind me yet. There's a roundabout there, and they're gonna have more and more streets behind us, and they're just gonna continue to go farther and farther that way. And that way, they're gonna be coming along with more phases as well, and that's also gonna bring you more riverfront lots. So this might actually be a really good time to get in here because of that alone. You get the benefits of rural property taxes and space, and not too far away from your day-to-day activities like Starbucks and Costco. And of course, if you got a growing family, one of the things that you're going to be asking, Joe, what about the school options? Well, here's the deal. Phoenix School, which is just out that way, I don't know, 5-ish minute drive from here, is right there in Headingley. It's one of your options. There's also Oak Park and Westwood, and there's a ton of bus access here too. You'd have to double check me on that one. I'm not 100% sure how far away exactly the buses go, but I would assume like any other community like so, you're gonna have buses that just gonna come, and there's gonna be a bit of a bus stop, and everybody just meets up there. Everybody jumps on the bus and away you go to school. You're not far off from all of the private schools, so that's always an option as well. So Taylor Farms definitely gives that very homey family vibe. You got all these walking trails, you got all these green spaces, even though they might not completely be done yet, but they're coming. And the development is well on its way, but it also has so much more to come. So it's definitely a family friendly area. In my opinion, I've been seeing people going for runs. They're not running away from me, I promise, I swear. But people are going for runs. People are exercising, people have got their dogs, they're walking their dogs and what have you. And I saw some people biking, and it's just it really gives you this serene feeling. And it is crazy to think that I feel like I am in the middle of rural Manitoba. Meanwhile, I am so close to Winnipeg. I know that I can get my Starbucks within a few seconds, or a few minutes, I should say. And it's definitely quite something. And some of the builders that I forgot to mention before was Gino Homes, Aventi Homes, overall this whole area, this whole development. I believe it is Qualico Homes that is in charge of the entire development. So there is quite the array of people and the array of amount of folks that are taking care of this area. And it is beautiful, and it's only going to get more beautiful. And I honestly think that this is the time for you to get in here, because as more homes come in, your property values are just going to skyrocket, and the amount of homes that are coming in here is just substantial. And so you could definitely get a custom built home in here in no time. So just a reminder, my name is Joe Friesen, and I love helping people just like you make a smooth move to Winnipeg and the surrounding suburbs like Taylor Farms. Like, oh my goodness. So definitely something you want to keep in mind. All my contact information is below, and me and my team love helping people just like you. So make sure you hit us up, and we're gonna quickly take our walk to the river. That's not true. We're gonna take a drive to the river. So we've talked about how amazing it is just to walk through Taylor Farms and the wide streets and everything it really does have to offer. You can even just see behind me here, I'm just on the other side of the river here. I'm actually under the bridge. So you can see that they got a lot of river lot, and there is plan for more, and it's just going to be really sweet. So if owning a river lot has always been something that's really been a dream of yours, and yet you didn't want to give up the convenience of living in Winnipeg or being very close to Winnipeg or the city life or anything like that in general, then this definitely might be a great option for you. And it's just going to be one of those things where it's just I think if you don't make a move, and this is something that's in your purview, and it's definitely something that you can definitely see yourself doing, then I would highly recommend let's make a move on it sooner rather than later, because like, you know how river lots, they are boom, 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 gone instantly. And this is a great place to raise a family. It's a great place to have a garden. And if you don't like to do any of that, let's say you don't like to garden, this is a great place to have a family, or just to sit on your back deck and enjoy the birds chirping and just enjoy the water. And hey, if you're on the river, why not take a walk down to the river, throw a cast in, do a little bit of fishing. So this is still a growing community, which means getting in now might be a really, really smart move and a long-term, really good long-term investment. And long-term in real estate, especially in Manitoba, could mean 3 to 5 years. Thanks for taking this tour with me. I really do appreciate it. And if you liked what you see and you want to know more about what's coming up in Winnipeg or the surrounding suburbs, just like Taylor Farms, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Share this with a friend that you think could really benefit from this. And best of all, if you need to get in contact with us, or if you want to get into contact with us, our contact information is in the description below. Again, my name is Joe Friesen, and I love helping people just like you. Until next time,